Hello everyone, let us continue with the next part of chapter 1, 11th physics. Today we'll be covering dimensions and their analysis. So let us go through what is the meaning of dimension over here. So dimensions of any physical quantity are the powers to which the concerned fundamental units must be raised in order to obtain the unit of given physical quantity. Let us try and understand this with an example. Let us say the given physical quantity is velocity. Okay. Now velocity has got units which is meter per second, which is meter per second. So now this meter over here is a fundamental unit of length. Second over here is a fundamental unit of time. है ना? So these are fundamental quantities. So what are the fundamental quantities that we have seen? Length, mass, time. Then for temperature we have Kelvin K. For current we have uh, ampere current I, and so on. So there are a couple of more. There are total 7 fundamental units. While denoting dimensions, we normally use these three, and others are used as and when required. Okay. So let us go ahead with the first example. Velocity is meter per second. So in this case, we'll be using these three dimensions: length, mass, and time. Now in both of this you will find there is no mass quantity, so we will raise its power to 0. We'll keep this power. So this is the meaning of this thing: power to which the concerned fundamental units. Okay. So this is raised to 0. You got one thing over here which is meter, so ये length है. So one unit is for length, so L ka power will be 1. Similarly for second, T will be 1. So this is the dimension for velocity. I hope you all understood this. Let us go ahead with the with few more examples. So over here what we have is density. Density is mass upon volume. Now mass is given in kg and you have volume given in meter cube. Okay. So when we have that L, M and T over here, there is no time component, right? So this time component will become 0. You have mass right now, so mass wala component will have power 1. You have length which is meter cube, right? Volume is measured in meter cube, so the power over here for length will be 3. So that is how you get this. But over here if you observe, it is kg per meter cube. The unit is kg per meter cube, so it is in denominator. So that is why what we'll write is, we will write it as -3. So that is how you got this unit. Similarly, let us talk about acceleration. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity, or v by t. Velocity ka unit is meter per second and time is second. So in denominator you got second square. So once again, mass is nothing but your length. So iske liye length ka power is 1, right? There is no mass component, so it will be 0. And time mein you got this second ka square. So power is 2, but it is in denominator. So when you bring it in numerator, it will become -2. Likewise, you got momentum, which is mass into velocity. Mass is given as kg, velocity is given as meter per second. Kg means you got mass, इसके लिए mass का power is 1. Meter is length, इसके लिए length का unit is 1. Second is in denominator, it is in denominator, that is why it is t raised to -1. Likewise, you can verify all the others, right? Let us go ahead. Now we'll talk about the use of this dimensional analysis. The first use is to check the correctness of a physical equation. Over here what we'll do is, we will pick one equation. Let us say v is equal to u plus at. This is one of the equations of kinematics. V is final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, and t is time. Okay. So what we are going to do is, we are going to check dimensions of each term. We are going to check dimensions of each term, and if all the terms are having same dimension, we will say that the equation is physically correct. Okay, dimensionally correct. So let us go ahead. For velocity, we have seen the unit is meter per second, and for meter you have L as 1 and time will be -1. So this is the dimension for velocity. U is also velocity only, so we will write that as L1 t minus 1. What about acceleration into time? So acceleration unit is meter per second square, right? Time is second. Okay, so this second and 1 second from the denominator will cancel out, and what will be left is meter per second, which is again t1, sorry, L1 t raised to -1. Now if you see all the terms over here, they are all having same dimensions. So by this, what we are doing is we can say that all the dimensions of LHS and RHS are same. Therefore, the given equation is dimensionally correct. Okay, let us go ahead and check another use of dimensional analysis, and that is used to establish relation between related physical quantities. Let us take an example. Okay, now we all might have seen pendulum. These pendulum, what happens, it goes towards the left, swings like this and comes back, then goes like this. Okay, so it is continuously moving between these three positions. This is the mean position and these two are extreme positions. Okay, it goes to the top left, not top, towards the left, comes back, goes to the right, and comes and keeps on going back and forth, right? So over here, the time taken to complete one oscillation, you can say, is dependent upon the length, and it is dependent upon the acceleration due to gravity g. Okay, so to start with this, we don't know how they are related, so we will write time is directly proportional to L, but it might be L square, it might be L cube, it might be root of L, we don't know. So we will assume some power A. Okay, similarly we will do it for G. Again, for G also we don't know what should be the power, so we will take one more variable B. So what I can write is, I can write T is directly proportional to L raised to A and G raised to B. Now let us remove the proportionality sign and put some constant K over here. This you might have done in algebra 9th and 10th, sorry. Now what we can do is we can put dimensions over here, right? So dimensions for time will be m is 0, length is 0, time is 1. Okay, time is measured in seconds, so you got time as 1. K is a constant, so let it be. What about length? Length may you got only length, so L is 1. I'll not write other two m and t because they will be 0. So that is raised to A. Similarly for G. Now for your information, G is acceleration due to gravity, which is having unit meter per second square. So length is 1 and time is -2. Remember this because time second is in denominator. Okay, and iska power is B. Now let us multiply this. What we have is K times L raised to A. This is L raised to B, and this is T raised to minus B. T raised to minus 2B. Now we can write this together. What this will be, we will write this side as L0 and T1. I have excluded M because there is no M on the right hand side. Now over here we can add L raised to A, L raised to B. Okay, so if you have x raised to A multiplied by x raised to B, it is written as x A plus B. So similarly what we can write is L A plus B. Similarly we have T raised to minus B. Now what we'll do is we will compare the power of L on both the side. Okay, by comparing the power, what we get is A plus B is equal to 0, or you can write A is equal to minus B. This is from L. Okay, power of L. Okay, this we got from power of L. Similarly we can do it for power of T. So by power of t, what we get is minus 2b is equal to minus 1. Minus minus cancel out, and when you take 2 on the other side, what you get is b is half. Now if b is half, oh sorry, this is plus 1, you know. So you got this minus 2b over here, and on this side you got power as 1. Okay, so minus 2b is equal to 1, so this will become b is equal to minus half. Okay, now if b is equal to minus half, if we use this relation, what we'll get is we'll get a is equal to half. Now let us put it over in this equation. Okay, so what we get is t is equal to k l raised to a is half, and g raised to minus half. Now what do you mean by this l raised to half? Now if it would have been l raised to 2, we know कि वो square है. When it is 1 by 2, please remember it is square root. Okay, so what we can write this as, we can write this as root of l. Now what about g? So it is minus 1 by 2. So what you again 1 by 2 represents root, and minus represents that it is in denominator. So we can extend this and we can write it as t equal to k root of l by g. Okay, now in the actual formula this k is nothing but 2 pi. Okay, that we'll see later on. I hope you all understood this. Let us go ahead to the next use of dimensional analysis. Now the third use is to find the conversion factor between the units of same physical quantity in two different systems of unit. What this means is, we have seen that there are this SI units and there are the CGS units. Okay, for example, for mass, SI unit is kg and for CGS it is gram. We know the conversion that 1 kg is 10 raised to 3 gram. बराबर है, 1 kg is 10 raised to 3 gram. And similarly for length, you got 1 meter. In CGS it is written in centimeter, so centimeter will be how much? 10 raised to 2. So we know all this. These are all fundamental quantities, but for derived quantities, if we want to find the conversion factor, for that case we can use it. So let us take an example of unit of work done. Work done is equal to energy, and they have same unit. For SI units, the unit is given as joule, and for CGS unit the unit is erg. Okay, so we need to find conversion between these two. What will be the power of 10 that we need to use? Okay, so let us go ahead. Now let us say that 1 joule is equal to x erg. So we need to find out what is this x over here. First of all, work done ka dimension, we can see that from that table that we have seen a couple of slides back, m1 l2 t raised to minus 2. Okay, so this SI units will be some x times this CGS units. Okay, so let us write it down. m1 l2 t raised to minus 2. This I'm denoting by 1 for SI units. These are x times the CGS units. Let us say the CGS units are denoted by m2 l2 and t2. The power will be same in both the cases. Now let us try and find out this. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take x on one side, and we will put this on the other side, so they'll go in the denominator and we'll segregate them. So we got m1 upon m2, और दोनों का पावर यहाँ पे 1 है. Similarly l1 upon l2, दोनों का पावर यहाँ पे क्या है? Square. Lastly we got time t1 upon t2, and they are having power minus 2. Now let us put the dimensions over here, units over here. So m1 represents SI units. Mass के लिए what we use is, we use kg, and for CGS what we use is gram. Okay. Similarly, for length, what we do is we use meter in SI and centimeter in CGS. For time, it is always seconds. Okay. So this is value of X. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use these conversions that we have seen, right? So kg to gram is nothing but 10 raised to 3 gram. 1 kg is 10 raised to 3 gram. Similarly, meter to centimeter is 10 raised 1 meter is 10 raised to 2 centimeter. Okay, and second is second, right? So this gram and gram, centimeter, centimeter, second and second cancels out. So what we are left with is 10 raised to 3, power 1 will be 10 raised to 3. Second, what you have, 10 raised to 2. 10 raised to 2 ka square will be what? 4. And last one we got 1. 1 raised to anything is 1. Remember this rule. 1 raised to anything is 1. Okay? Let us say this is some number A. Okay, so 1 raised to anything is 1. Remember this. So from here what we got? We got X is 10 raised to 7. So what I can say is 1 joule is nothing but 10 raised to 7 ergs. I hope you all understood this, all the three. If not, please go through it again. And if there is any query, let us know. Let us go ahead and talk about the limitation of this dimensional analysis that we have seen here. The first limit is that value of dimensionless constant can be obtained with the help of experiment only. Let us take that example of t equal to k root of L by g. I told you all that this k is nothing but 2 pi, but you cannot find out that by dimensional analysis. You that can be found out only with the help of experiments. Okay, with by measuring the time, length and g, the value of k when it was measured, it was found out to be equal to 2 pi, and that is how this constant was evaluated. वो dimensional analysis से नहीं मिलता. I hope you all got this. The second one, dimensional analysis cannot be used to derive relations which involve trig, exponential, logarithmic function. Why? Because they are dimensionless quantity. अब हम यहाँ पे पूरा dimensions पे ही सब कुछ किया हुआ है, right? सब dimensions देख के ही सब कुछ derivation किया हुआ है या analysis किया हुआ है. ट्रिग्नोमेट्री साइन थीटा का क्या डायमेंशन होता है? कुछ नहीं. e रेस टू x या a रेस टू x का क्या डायमेंशन होता है? कुछ नहीं. लॉगरिथमिक किसी फंक्शन का किसी वैल्यू का लॉग लोगे क्या डायमेंशन है? कुछ नहीं. तो आप उसे एनालिसिस नहीं कर सकते. तो जो भी रिलेशन में ये सब इन्वॉल्व है वहां पे हम डायमेंशनल एनालिसिस नहीं लगा सकते. आई होप यू ऑल अंडरस्टूड इट. This method is not useful if constant of proportionality is not a dimensionless constant. uh, for this we will take one example. ये आपको सेकेंड चैप्टर या थर्ड चैप्टर में आएगा. F is directly proportional to m1 m2 by r square. Now this is actually the gravitational force between two masses and r is the distance between them. इसमें जो प्रोपोर्शनलिटी साइन हटाने के बाद जो कांस्टेंट आता है, दिस इज यूनिवर्सल कांस्टेंट, एंड दिस कांस्टेंट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनलिटी इज नॉट डायमेंशनलेस. इसका डायमेंशन है. ओके, तो अगर आप ये जी को नहीं कंसिडर करोगे और इसको मैप करने का कोशिश करोगे तो कभी डायमेंशन मैच ही नहीं होगा. आई होप यू ऑल आर गेटिंग दिस. हमने देखा था ना कि हम क्या कर रहे थे, दोनों बाजू के जो भी वेरिएबल्स थे उनका डायमेंशन हम मैच कर रहे थे. बट यहाँ पे ये जो कांस्टेंट है ये भी क्या है, इसका भी डायमेंशन है. ओके, एंड इफ यू डोंट यूज दिस व्हाइल मैचिंग, कभी आपको आंसर मिलेगा नहीं प्रॉपर. ओके, सो फॉर इक्वेशंस वेयर द कांस्टेंट्स आर नॉट डायमेंशनलेस, या अगर उनका डायमेंशन है जैसे यहाँ पे इसका है, वी कैनॉट यूज इट. ओके, lastly there is one more limitation, which is in this what we have is if the correct equation contains some more terms of the same dimension, it is not possible to know about their presence using dimensional equation. Okay, let me give you a simple example. हम लोग ने ये वाला derive किया था, हम लोग को क्या मिला था, t equal to k root of l by g, है ना, हमने ये किया था. आप यही है ना वेलोसिटी के लिए ट्राई करना. ठीक है, दिस इज यू कैन कंसिडर दिस एज एन होमवर्क. आप वेलोसिटी के लिए ट्राई करो इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सेलरेशन एंड टाइम. इन टर्म्स ऑफ acceleration and time, you will get v is equal to at. You will get v is equal to at. बट हमने ये इक्वेशन देखा है कि एक्चुअल इक्वेशन क्या है, v is equal to u plus at. so there is this one more term which got missed जब हमने डायमेंशनल इक्वेशन बनाने का कोशिश किया. तो यहाँ पे जब इक्वालिटी चेक करना रहेगा तो वी कैन यूज दिस, है ना. हमने v इक्वल टू यू प्लस एटी हमने डायमेंशनल इक्वालिटी देखा तो वो बराबर आया था. बट अगर इक्वेशन बनाना है जैसे हमने t इक्वल टू के रूट ऑफ एल बाई जी के लिए बनाया था, इफ यू ट्राई विद दिस एंड आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग कि आप ये ट्राई करो, आप ट्राई करो, यू विल गेट v इज इक्वल टू एटी. ओके, एंड दिस माइट लुक डायमेंशनली करेक्ट, है ना. डायमेंशनली करेक्ट है क्योंकि वेलोसिटी का भी डायमेंशन एल, वेलोसिटी का भी डायमेंशन क्या है, एल टी माइनस वन, और एसेलरेशन और टाइम का भी प्रोडक्ट जब आप देखोगे तो यही आएगा, हमने ऑलरेडी किया है ये, बरोबर है. तो ये डायमेंशनली करेक्ट है, इसमें कोई रॉन्ग नहीं है, बट एक मिसिंग टर्म है यहाँ पे. ओके, जिसकी वजह से इक्वेशन गलत हो जाता है, एक्चुअल इक्वेशन, right? So I hope you all came to know about the dimension of this dimensional analysis. That's it from this part.